Can you beat Super Mario 64 without jumping? No!
That's all, folks.
I've always been fascinated by challenges like this, though I always like the more experimental side of things. Like, of course you can beat a game without getting hit, right? Sure. That's good game design and mastery at work, but beating a game while actively taking away its core mechanics is a whole different story. So for Mario, I think there's only one logical thing we should be able to take away, and that is his legs. So, let's set up some rules for this no jumping challenge. Jumps aren't allowed. I bet you didn't see that one coming. We'll be allowing wall kicks because while they sorta do look like jumps and feel like jumps and act like jumps, the game does go out of its way to call them wall kicks rather than explicitly jumps. We're also going to be allowing dive recovery, slide kicks, and this particular jump kick, though it won't really see much use. We'll also allow Mario to jump off a pole, tree, or out of the water. He might have skipped leg day, but damn, his arms are still good. And with that, let's begin our legs broken adventure. Mario, take the wheel! Chair. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Mario makes his way to the castle and has to talk to Lakitu because without long jumps, skipping past him is going to pose some trouble. Bowser tells him that no one is home, but that's a blatant lie as we immediately see Toad hanging from the chandelier singing Let It Go. Disgusted by this, Mario heads over to ponder his life decisions by violently smashing his head into a painting. Our first stage is Bob-Omb Battlefield. First stage, kill the Bomb King by climbing a mountain. Slowly. When you're used to speeding up the mountain like a crazy person, this becomes so much harder. Afterwards, re-race the Koopa by speeding up the mountain. Slowly. Thanks to the power of big guns, we can also get the red coins, the 100 coins, and the secret coin star. We also get this particular star by hitting the block. Somehow. For the remaining star, we'll have to be back later. Look, it's Womp's Fortress! This is probably one of the most defining locations in all of Mario 64. It even appears in Galaxy 2, which makes it all the more sad that we practically don't get to do anything here. Let me explain. A well-known quirk of Mario 64 is that you can reset the appearance of a level to a previous one by changing the chosen star. However, while you can absolutely time travel backwards, you actually cannot travel forward in time. The Stage 2 tower will never appear, it will always be Womp. Unless you finish the first stage. This also has the unfortunate side effect of keeping the cannons inactive, and the owl stayed over there in Zelda, I suppose. With all of these options blocked off, there's really only 2 more stars, and one is a speedrunning strat that I cannot do. Cannonless can be performed right here, so just pretend I got it, or don't, I'm not going to. And you can dive towards this particular star. I unfortunately could not get enough coins to buy a new star myself, and thus we leave this place with 1.5 stars in our arsenal. Next up we go to Cool Mountain, which has to be one of my all-time favorite levels in 3D Mario. It's a fun slide down, it's rife with skips, and the music, well, I guess it just likes snowy themes a lot. Thanks to this tree over here, Mario can become the mall Santa that takes his job way too seriously and get 2 stars that way. And after some child abuse, Mario can also grab the child abuse star and the 100 coin star. Originally, this is where I thought the story of Cool Mountain ended until a viewer had an idea. By the way, all of this was streamed live twice, so subscribe if you want to see the streams. Anyways, Aura suggested the only thing on Mario 64 players' minds: speedrunning. I remained a bit skeptical, but nonetheless gave it a shot and oh, this is good. See, weirdly enough, the platform does not despawn or deactivate, even though it does disappear when you're out of range, but it just stays active the entire time. So here's what we do. We make a break for it. Snowman's Lost His Head is another one of those missions I thought would not work, simply because normally, without the previous star, it would have been inaccessible. But recent advancements in no-jump technology have made this one possible. The trouble with this one is that the star just spawns a little bit too high, but luckily we have one of Mario's best friends, another creature to bounce off of. Just as he has done so in the past with Yoshi, we will sacrifice this poor creature to gain some additional height. Which did give me an idea, actually. See, the easiest way for a casual player to skip one of the stars is by simply jumping down to the wall kick area and just doing that one. But since we can't jump, what if we sacrifice yet another creature? With my mental map refresh, we decided to kill and try to find our way down. Lo and behold, we actually managed to get to the top platform. This was actually important because while we can wall kick here, we can only do so in specific locations. Thanks to our good friend this thing, we managed to clear the stage, marking Cool Mountain as a full clear. Now, I would realistically want to move over to Jolly Roger Bay, but a couple of things stand in the way. For one, I absolutely do not like Jolly Roger Bay and would do anything to avoid it. And two, we have wing cap shenanigans to do. So here we are in wing cap land. Flying for the coins. Damn it. Flying for the wing cap. Hit the switch, retry the star. There we go. Okay, good. Nothing really changed here. And now that we have the wing cap, there's one star we can finally go grab in Bob-Omb Battlefield. The last star, actually. And it will require us to land on the wooden pillar behind Chain Chomp 3 times. It will be rough, and we can't slow down much. Miraculously, I've hit 2 of them in a row, but afterwards I miss, and miss, and miss, and miss, and miss. But eventually we do strike gold. I had some musings about clipping through the wall with the bomb, but eventually I realized that would have just got me stuck. Blast your stuff to the star one more time, and we've successfully finished Bob-Omb Battlefield. Unfortunately, I can no longer escape from my hidden demons in Jolly Roger Bay and have to go there. And in Jolly Roger Bay, everything hinges on one particular star, and once again, it's one of the very specific rulings that saves this stage in its entirety. Most of this area does not work yet, because there's only 104 coins in the entire stage, meaning that missing the blue coins from ground pounding here automatically disqualifies the 100 coin star. Then there's this star. If you manage to dive or cover into the platform, you may feel some happiness, but once again, that happiness is set to disappear from your body almost immediately, like a teenager's relief during exam season. You cannot get to the star without a good jump. However, thanks to the particular rule of being allowed to vault out of the water and off of poles, you can get the sunken ship star with some very fast-paced swimming. With that result, you can get access to the cannon leading to the pillar star, and the eel star is also possible now because the sunken ship is afloat once more. As is the whirlpool star. I also tried the red coin star, but I genuinely don't know how to get up there. If it's even possible. With 3 stars disqualified, that leaves us with 4 stars from Jolly Roger Bay, which is not a bad haul at all. With a whopping 20 possible stars up to this point, there's one more stage we can enter and get at least 1 star in, Big Boo's Haunt. This stage does not let you do a lot of things unless you collect the first star. The entire floor is already inaccessible and unfortunately useless, as all the stars there require jumping. Red coins need jumps here, the bookcase cannot be moved so we can't wall kick up to the balcony. Frustratingly, we cannot get up to this star even, so what can we do? Well, actually the first star, thanks to a neat positioning trick. See, the stairs would normally require jumping, but if we are on the stairs after they move upwards, we can wall kick off the side after we run off the stairs and manage to get ourselves up to the 2nd floor. This at least nets us the last star for a possible 21. Now, here is where the story gets a bit trickier. See, it's technically possible to advance beyond this point, as a No A Press route exists for Bowser in the Dark World. But for the life of me, I am not inhuman enough to do this. But for the sake of extending the stream, we decided I totally did that. So bye bye Bowser, it is time for us to go into the basement. The first thing I do here is run straight into Lethal Lava Land because it's honestly one of my favorite stages. This one was the most exciting to me because it's Lethal Lava Land, it's so fun! First star, immediately grab the red coins one, easy peasy. Now let's go again, and this dang bully, you know what, let's go beat up his dad. Dive into the lava, grab another star. Our butt is a great jumping tool, actually. Next step, beat up more of them. When that's done, awkwardly lava bounce our way back up to yet another star. I swear, half the stars just look at the exact same here, huh? Next one, get stuck yet again, move towards the log, lava, bounce, boom. For a final star in this stage, go into the volcano, then die, because I did not have enough health to go on. Whoops. Messed it up a few times, eventually we kick our way over to the star, finish the ride with another 5 stars collected, giving us a total of 26. Shifting Sandland is here to give us another 2 stars. After initially failing to get the Pyramid Star, I kick a bird in the face out of frustration before trying again, and failing just a few more times. I finally get it after a few more dead Marios are swept into the sands. 28. But it's starting to feel like this is the end. Or is it? See, we don't have the stars required to go on, but while I might not be a speedrunner, I can absolutely use a rabbit to glitch the fabric of reality. So even though we technically don't hit the requirement to continue forward, we go on. Thank you, Rabbit. We'll see your star later, I promise. After we have officially broken reality, we have to do another water level, this time mandatory. First star we absolutely have to get in order to move in water is the Bowser submarine. Climbing this proved to be a challenge, but eventually we got to kick our way up. Next up, very slowly swimming to the stream, messing up a few times. Eventually we get there. We open treasure chests, chase a manta ray for the next few stars, and exit Dire Docks for a very cool 4 stars acquired. With 32 stars in us, we can now enter the Bowser in the Fire Sea. Sure, we went a little bit out of order, but we sure ended up with the required amount of stars in the end, right? Bowser in the Fire Sea is a tough one. The main stage itself is super easy without jumping, but from the start you can kinda tell that all the red coins are attainable because jumping using lava is a thing. The star itself is a bit more finicky, forcing some wall cakes in somewhat unnatural feeling position. All in all, it's a lot of work to get a star, but one that brings our star count total to 33. We beat Bowser, catch the rabbit again to rob off their belongings this time, and also Toad. Now that we're up to the top floor with 35 stars, guess how many stars we are going to get here? 0. Not a 1. We can't do anything in Wet Dry World, and Tiny Huge Island is, unfortunately, without a jump, not very possible. And we can't even get into Tall Top Mountain and that other snow level I forgot the name of. Oh, and also I didn't forget about the Invisibility Cap stage or Hazy Maze Cave, but they're also either inaccessible or incompletable. So, while we can't do 70 stars without jumping, we somehow can do half of that, which is honestly much more than I thought, to be honest. Being able to play the game without jumping provides a dumb but interesting challenge. So now, dearest viewer, I ask you, are there any stars I missed? Because I cannot shake the feeling I missed something. I would love to come up with more theories. In the meantime, if there's any more challenges that you want to see me do, please suggest them. I've got at least one more in mind. So if you enjoyed this video and want to see more of or want to see it happen live, make sure to subscribe. I also stream weekly on Twitch. Now, I gotta get to work on the next video because I don't intend to take another half year between this one and the next, so I will see you later.